Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Destruction Derby. I'm starting in the middle left position, playing as the Allies. So for those of you who don't know this map's got lots of ore patches around the map. But in the very centre of the map, it has a patch of gems. Well, I'd say not a patch, just a patch of gems. It has sort of like an island of gems. And that's what we're going to see very, very soon. Because I've started in the middle left position, I'm in a prime position. I've moved my MCV a little bit, and I'm going to be able to mine those gems right from the start. And the thing about mining gems is, gems are worth double the resources of ore, so that'll allow me to build up much more quickly and get tanks out at a much faster rate. And what I'm going to be aiming to do really is just defend this patch here. Now the thing is sure, I'm on the gem patch, but it is in the middle of the map and other players are going to be aware that I have a big advantage. So it may mean that I'm going to be more prone to attack earlier on by other members, because they'll see I'm on the gem patch, they'll think, okay, we need to take him out. And if enough players try to do that, it's going to be like a number of players against me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 ore trucks out at the start, because what I have to remember is all the other players are just on ore, so they're going to be having compromised starts as well. I'm going to go straight for 2 war factories. I'm going to get 2 ore trucks out quite early, and then I'm going to go for tanks. The other reason I'm going for 2 ore trucks, because usually if I'm mining gems I just go for a single ore truck, but in this case there's like sort of a bridge there, so the ore trucks have a longer journey to and from the ore refinery, so I'm going to take that into account. And that's why I'm going to go for 3 ore trucks. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a service depot. Because what I want to do is I want to go multi-MCV. Get multiple MCVs out. And that'll just allow me to expand a lot quicker. In order to make it effective though, I am going to need to get a really good economy going. Which I'm getting from those ore trucks mining the gems at the moment. But I'm going to be expanding to other ore patches as well. Because, you just need a good economy, that's full stop. And so what I'm doing now is I'm producing some medium tanks, and then I'm going on to the MCVs, because those MCVs are going to be giving me a faster structure building speed. I'm going to be able to build more structures, like turrets and stuff at a faster rate, pillboxes at a faster rate, and that'll give me a bit more defense if other teams decide to go on the attack. And right now I'm just trying to get through the early stages. I'm going to be building some of those MCVs, so it's going to hold my tank production a little bit. But I do feel that I have enough turrets and pillboxes just to help me along a little bit. And there's our first MCV, and as soon as that gets deployed into a construction yard, that's going to mean my building speed is going to be twice as fast. And we'll just put some defences on the left side of my base as well, because obviously I could be attacked from any direction. The only part I'm not going to be attacked from is Gem Island itself, because there's only one entrance and exit, which is the one which my ore trucks are taking. And just getting some more pillboxes around there. Pillboxes, of course, are good against infantry, good against things like Tanyas. Turrets are good against tanks, and tanks are going to be the big thing I would need to worry about. But pillboxes are good because you need them for things like Tanyas. They could be, if someone's got an airfield, they could drop paratroopers off, so it's useful to have a bit of a mix of both. Pillboxes are a little bit cheaper and easier to build and faster as well, and sometimes pillboxes, if other players are destroying pillboxes while the tanks destroy pillboxes, the turrets can get shots off on them. So it's good to have a mix of both, and you can see those ore trucks doing some brilliant work on that gem patch. And now we can see that Red is coming through with a few tanks, but he soon goes on the retreat. I don't know if he was actually meant to do that, or whether he was just doing a little bit of scouting. I think he was probably doing a little bit of scouting there, and then just suddenly realised he'd gone into someone else's base. And we also see green in the bottom left-hand corner, and there is a little bit of a crate there, and I was going to go and try and nick that, but it looks like it's disappeared. And now I'm going to be expanding to the ore patches to the left of my base. Just keeping on building that economy, keep it going. I'm going to expand a bit downwards as well. And it's usually the team on the left side of the map which you encounter first, because I'll be expanding downwards, they'll be expanding upwards, so that's I'm likely to see them first. I'm also going to be building a tech centre, and tech centres are very useful because they can get your satellite later on, and that'll get me full map vision, and full map vision will be really helpful. But now we can see that red is on the attack with those light tanks, and he's tried to go across the bridge, and that hasn't worked. I think what he'll have to do is he'll have to go to the right side and try and attack me from that direction. We'll have to see what he decides to do though, because there may be another team at the top of the map as well. Quite often you will get two teams, one on the top left and one on the top right. So we'll have to see how that develops. And now just getting another couple of ore refineries on that left side of the map. Going to get some, keep my power high as well. I'm just very alert for what's going on the right side. And if red decides to go and attack from there, that's a big question. I'm also going to be getting some base defences put on the left side, because I've expanded quite far downwards, and I will be getting quite close to green's base now. Just having a look at what green's doing at the moment. It doesn't seem like he's got that much there. He's got a few infantry there, and now he's got some tank. No, those are just infantry still. So we'll just squash some of those. Those easily taken care of. But what I have seen is I've seen some movement in the top of the map, so I'm just going to pull back right now from my base. And just getting some more power plants in there. And I'm going to also get some Tanyas out and see if I can get some sneaky Tanya attacks. Maybe. I'll also need to build some APCs so I can transport them to the base if I want to, I need to be sort of quick about it. I could run them to the bases, but the APC sometimes work better. And I'm just thinking about how dangerous I can be with these construction yards, MCVs. How far do I dare expand out? The further I expand out, the more dangerous it is for me for getting attacked from multiple teams. But what I'm thinking is we've got two teams on the bottom of the map. They're possibly going to be fighting each other. We've got two teams at the top of the map. They're possibly going to be fighting each other. So it depends, do I have that leeway to sort of put myself in the middle? And we can see that red is in the top right position, so they could be quite dangerous. They did appear to do some scouting earlier with those light tanks, and it looks like red is all over the top of the map, and they're fighting orange. We have got satellite in now, so we can see what's going on all over. And what I'm going to try and do is, while red's fighting orange, I'm going to try and get a sneaky Tanya attack on the main part of his base. Let's see if this works. It looks like we've got, we've got something down. He'll probably have noticed now, because he's producing infantry. You can see those infantry getting produced really quickly, and yeah, I just wasn't able to get enough damage done there. He spotted me as soon as I started attacking, and then was able to neutralise me, and I just wasn't able to get as many base structure kills as I would have liked. I got rid of one ore refinery, but there was, it wasn't really that significant because it was he did have one right next to it. And now we can see that San, it looks like he's on the attack. He's got a few heavy tanks there and some infantry. I've got enough medium tanks to take him out there. I have built another war factory because I needed that third war factory because I was starting to stack up ore quite a bit, as I am now. And I'm just having a look at the map at the moment, and it does look like green are a big threat in the bottom left also. But Cyan coming up now with more heavy tanks. He seems like he's trying to I don't know, go right up to the top. I don't know, come down maybe. The problem is though that red look like they're taking out most of orange's base, and now green seem like they're going to be attacking me from the other side. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to build some more turrets. I'm getting a little bit of lag now, which is a bit of a problem because I want to be able to place turrets down there quite quickly, and the game's just not letting me place them down as nearly as fast as I would like. I'm just having a bit of a look at there, and it doesn't look like orange are going to last too much longer, and it seems like red are going to be a really big threat. And the battle commences. We can see that red has gone for a mixture of medium and light tanks. I've gone for just medium tanks, and let's see how this goes. At the moment I'm looking like I'm in a pretty good position. I'm just keeping my tanks bunched together. I'm trying to move them around as much as possible, but it's quite hard to do when you've got these large numbers. I'm using Q move as well at the same time. Now red does have some infantry, which maybe pose a little bit of a problem, so I'm going to try and move my tanks around and maybe get a bit of a squash, but the numbers are looking fairly even right at the moment, I'm trying to take out those light tanks first because I have lower HP and they fall apart more easily, but they still do about as much damage as a like medium tank would. But yeah, that mass is starting to get whittled down right now. But I am a bit concerned about these tanks near my base. We've got Cyan there with a few heavy tanks. He hasn't got a massive force, not as big as Red. We've also got Green, who's very large in the bottom of left of the map, and does seem to be I don't know, it looks like his base is going to be almost converged onto mine quite shortly. And now you can see the lag just catching up with the... Well, the game catching up with the lag, really. And now we're going to go up to that top spot and let's see what damage we can do. He'll have some more trucks there, we can see there. So we'll take our tanks up there, just getting some more turrets around the base, and now we're going into the base of Red. He's got turrets in there for defence, and he's got being able to build up some tanks. It looks like he has a decent economy behind him because he'll be on about 3 different ore patches, so it's about as good as he can get from the position he's in. And now we're in a bit of trouble, and our tech centre looks like it's going to go down from those paratroopers. I didn't have enough pillboxes around that position, and it's, yeah, just 1 infantry. And let's see how my tanks are doing in this position at the moment. They seem to be, I mean, okay, it's a bit of an awkward position. I'm around that cliff, and it seems like I've been getting losing a few more than I should have. But now we can see the Green is going for the attack on my base. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to get rid of that tech centre from Red, just so they lose all map visibility, and I'm going to need to get back to my base, otherwise there's going to be nothing to defend once I'm finished with Red. This is not really the plan. I did want to get Red finished off there, but my base comes first, and now getting my tanks back there. We can see there's quite a few. I'm going to leave some of these tanks maybe back at Red, cause some bit of havoc, destroy some of these tanks, whittle them down a little bit. But those Green tanks are building up on my base, and they're getting more destruction a bit. They've got through to my construction yards, and that's like obviously going to be major damage. I don't want to lose all of them. Just trying to build some turrets down. I've lost my radar dome as well, and now you can see that Green are starting to pull back. And yeah, that was a bit of the lag there. You could see from everything moving a bit at super speed, but we are back now. We're back in our base. We have lost quite a few buildings though, and we'll need to do some repairs. And there's a Cyan tank coming in. I don't know quite why that's happening. Maybe he's got some, yeah, he's got MiGs on the loose, and that's caused me a bit of a nuisance at the moment because I'm trying to fight tank battles and also fight air at the same time. So I'm going to have to look at what should I build. I've got some gap generators, so I might build them. That'll be a short-term solution. And now we can see that Red Army, they're looking for a way into my base. They've seen that I've been in a fight, and yeah, if they had map visibility before, maybe they know that Green was attacking me. So let's get these gap generators down and just get a bit of fog around our base so they can't see as much. And I think what Cyan's doing is bringing tanks in to get a bit more intel on my base and just get a bit more visibility, so that he can bring MiGs in to destroy major buildings. But yeah, those Cyan tanks there, you can see just below my base. We'll be able to get some easy kills there though, because yeah, we'll have to see what did that... Oh, they're only firing on tanks now. That's alright, because yeah, MiG attacks on tanks aren't going to be a big... it's not going to be a big loss. I'm just getting another gap generator there, and now we can see those Green tanks on the left side of my base. So I'm going to go for the attack on them because they'll be attacking some of my ore trucks on that side. So I'll just bring my army in there. And now we've got those gap generators up. Hopefully we'll be getting less forces, but we can see though heavy tanks are getting reinforced. There's a lot more than it looked like initially, and I'm just getting all my medium tanks over there to try and go on the attack. And you can see still yet some more medium tank, heavy tanks trying to go into my base. And I think that all they're trying to do is get visibility so he can like send his MiGs in, which is kind of annoying, but I've got gap generators in, so a lot of it is covered up. But now we're going to try and go on the attack on Green. We can see now Green is using Tesla coils, and those Tesla coils pack our punch. So what I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to pull back a bit, and I'm going to build some naval yards, because I'll be able to build some cruisers and destroyers, and they'll do, like, destroyers will do some damage against MiGs actually, and cruisers will do some damage against the base of Green. The thing I've just noticed though, which is worrying, is that the gem island is running out. And once I run out of those gems, it's going to put me in a very difficult position because the ore patches aren't going to give me nowhere near as good economy. And now he's just coming up, and we can see a cyan tank there. They haven't seemed to be too much of a nuisance recently, but now we are starting to get the Navy in, and the Navy will do a lot of damage. And there's not much Green can do against this, because for Green, like the Soviets, the Navy, they can produce is submarines, and submarines are very weak. So once I get like a bulk of cruisers built up, oh, now this is annoying as well. We've got like Cyan. You can just see my naval yard. So he's starting to destroy that now, which is a bit annoying. What I'm going to do is build a gap generator near the water. Just so hopefully we can shroud that other naval yard so he's not able to take it out. And you can see Green moving his tanks back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this opportunity to destroy those... Well, I was going to say destroy those Tesla, but we can see that Cyan is coming for a big attack on the right side, and that is a lot of heavy tanks. It looks like his whole army, his base has finally emerged, and now he's going on the rampage, and there's no way I'm going to be able to hold this right base. But what I'm going to do is, while he's destroying those buildings, is I'm going to just destroy as many of those Cyan tanks as I possibly can. Because my army's large, I've got those cruisers on this side. On the left side of the map, we'll just continue to do some destruction to Green's base while I take care of these Cyan tanks. You can see the MiGs coming in as well. They'll be doing a little bit of damage. I think they're firing on... Yeah, they're firing on base defences, so that's not too bad. I'll be able to build those up, no problem. Meanwhile, all my cruisers firing on that Green base, doing quite a bit of damage. So we're just fighting sort of like two battles here at once. We'll just have to hope that Green doesn't send his tank army at me from the other side. But yeah, it does look like that war factory is going to go down. But you can see that Cyan has spent a lot of resources building those tanks. He's lost a lot in that fight, and I'm just trying to like keep it going up. You can see actually that bridge is destroyed now. I don't know if it was the MiGs that did that actually. I don't know if you can destroy bridges with MiGs. I think you could possibly. But now we can see that Red is above us, and it looks like they might be going on the attack as well soon. So I am getting well and truly bad from all directions. And now again, I've got map visibility, so we can see some of Green's base, and we can see what type of situation he's in. But Red trying to go for the attack from the top of the map. He's got mainly medium tanks now, less light tanks than he did before. I don't know whether they're from the battle from before, but he's trying to push down right now, and I don't know if this is my opportunity to take out Red. But yeah, Green's dangerous. Cyan, I think, has lost a lot of his forces. It looks like Cyan has lost a lot of ore as well. It doesn't look like he has much ore reserves left, whereas Green has some ore on the very left side of the map, and he's on other ore patches, so that might he'll be able to rebuild forces. And also Red, I noticed he was a threat at the start of the game. He's also seems to have plenty of ore left in that top part of the map as well. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment, because we've got Red. It's who do I attack? Do I attack Red? Do I attack Cyan? But it looks like Green is possibly going for the attack on Cyan. So, well, I was going to say that, but now he seems to be pulling back. I think he's seen those Tesla coils and thought better of it. There's sort of like a little bit of a bottleneck there. And yeah, we can see that Red's at the other side of that gap, but I can't really go over, because if I try and send my tanks through, they'll just be destroyed at the bottleneck. So yeah, Red just playing a defensive game at the moment, building up his forces. I think as well the other teams know now that they'll know that there's only a limited number of gems, and also the bridge is destroyed, so there's going to be no advancement there. And just having a bit of a look at Cyan. It looks like Cyan's base is being destroyed quite a bit actually. So I don't know if they had a little fight with Red. I have no idea. Or maybe it was Green sending some tanks round. I'm not sure, but it does look like I have had some battles there.
Unit ready.
But yeah, I'm waiting for Red right now, or Green, to go on the attack. Red, as I say, is defending, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and take a little bit of a Tanya attack and see if that works. It did earlier. The thing is now he's probably going to be a little bit more alert.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
And yeah, I'm just at the bottom of the map. It looks like green and cyan are about to go on the attack with each other. And here with me and red, it's like defender's advantage. We're just like waiting because we don't want to be the first one to make the move, because if the one who goes through the bottleneck is the one who's going to have a hard time. And yeah, being a bit careless there, losing some of my tanks there to those red tanks at the other side of the gap. I'm going to need to sort of like pull back a little bit now and just wait it out. The problem is the tables have sort of turned. Red now has a better economy. I don't have a good economy because I've run out of ore on the left side. I've only got like that ore patch right next to me. And when we look at Red's part on the top of the map, he's now got more ore patches left. He defeated the person on the top right early on, so now he can use the ore on that side as well. So he's in like sort of like a bit of a prime position. And what I'm trying to do is try and take a sneaky MCV round the back and get a sneaky Tanya kill, structure kills. But to be honest, I'm not sure it'll work. Because he did seem quite aware early on when I did it, when he was fighting orange. He noticed straight away once I destroyed one building, and then went on to destroy other buildings. But what I'm doing is I'm taking our attackers forward and just eliciting a little bit of a response. And just now going into his base. But it looks like he was prepared for it. He's got pillboxes all over. And yeah, he's laid more pillboxes down. And there's no way I'm going to be getting into that base, because those pillboxes will just melt that Tanya at the earliest opportunity. And yeah, I'm just going to have to pull back here. You can see though, the problem is his tank army is just growing and growing, and it looks like he's going to be able to have enough numbers to overwhelm me, and so that's a big problem. And just having a bit of a look at the base, it looks like cyan and green are still in a little bit of a standoff. So that's sort of like good that I'm not going to be getting attacked from my south, but my base is sort of like in a bit in tatters at the moment. Yeah, in a bad situation. And yeah, again another Tanya, but yeah, I don't. Well, there's there's not much I'm going to be able to do with that. What I'm going to do is try and send a construction yard to that top left position.
Unit ready.
Possibly hide it out. Have a hidden MCV there for later on in the game. It does look like those red tanks are moving somewhere. I don't know whether they're moving to the other side of the base, maybe. They're seeing that MCV coming up and they're thinking, actually, we're going to need to be there. I have been building up some funds so I could spam a load of turrets, but if there's that many tanks there, that's not going to be possible, so that might be out of the question. What I might do now is I might use that MCV to distract while I take my Tanya to the other side. When his tanks go to the other side, then I can go to the other side and spam turrets, but yeah, now I think his tanks are coming back once again. We'll have to see if he splits his force, but it looks like he's too aware. I'm not going to be able to get Tanya in at one side. I'm not going to be able to get the MCV at the other. I think he'll be too aware of what's going on. And it does look like he's going down, so I'm going to bring my MCV up there. But it looks like it might be too late, because you can see his tanks are going down the map. And yeah, I'm going to have to start building tanks. Yeah, forget about the turret spam, because his tanks look like they're going to be on the attack very, very soon. I'm just going to like, well, all I'm going to do is build an ore refinery there now. There's no point in doing a turret crawl into his base, because I'm going to be building those tanks up for the attack that's coming in. And yeah, this isn't good at all, because I just don't have, he's got a lot better economy than I have. And yeah, we've got some like cruiser fire, so we'll have to see how effective that is. The only thing about cruisers though is they do attack your own like buildings, your own tanks, but they are very effective in like numbers, so they will be doing quite a bit of damage to those red tanks. But you can just see his army is very big. He's got a mix of medium and he's got some light tanks there, but mostly medium. And you can see my tanks are being absolutely decimated. And just having a bit of a look at that ore patch, I'll get like an ore refinery out there, but it doesn't look like it's going to make any difference at the moment. And now red is in my base, and we'll have to just see how this navy here handles this. Are they going to be able to destroy all those red tanks? Am I going to be able to keep an MCV alive? We'll have to wait and see. We can also see green taking out cyan in the bottom right hand corner, so it looks like cyan is going to be soon destroyed, and those red tanks are getting some of them are getting absolutely pulverized by my cruisers. But There's just so many of them, and they just keep on coming, and the numbers are too great. Even though my navy's doing great damage, they still look like you're going to be able to wipe out pretty much the whole of my base. But I'm going to make it as hard as possible for him, because, well, just because he's, just so he destroys me. But I guess my cruisers are going to destroy some of my own buildings, but, I mean, that's the thing I'm going to have to take. That's all I have to fight with at the moment. You can see I've only got a couple of tanks left, and I've only got 2 war factories, so they're not going to be producing very fast. It looks like it's going to be taking out some of my structures there as well. And, yeah, I'm trying to place some turrets down, but, yeah, I've got no funds as well now, because, yeah, I didn't have a good economy behind me, and I've lost my tech centre, so I can't see any of the map anymore. And, yeah, it's over. Well and truly, I think I'm going to lose all my war factories. I'm going to lose this whole base here, and it's just going to be no way, because there's no way Red's going to let me survive in the top left position. It was more to get a sneaky attack on that part of the base there, but yeah, I just don't have the funds for it at all. We managed to destroy quite a few medium tanks there. It's going to make it trickier for him later on, but now I think he's going back to the main part of his base. I've still got my war factory there, but like, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because I'd have to build an MCV anyway. I just don't have the funds for it to build back up. So there's going to be no way I'm going to be able to survive this. And it's well and truly over for myself. So, yeah. We can see a Cyan tank there. I don't know what that's doing. I think Cyan was getting beat. So, I don't know why he's sending a medium tank there. But we can see his tanks are possibly going to the top left position. There his tanks are. And they're going to destroy those 2 buildings. Which I'll just...
building.
Yeah, I can't even build a power plant at the moment.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
I don't know where Red's going, actually, because he's taking tanks there to the other side of his base, it looks like. I'm actually getting some funds there, so I can actually build a power plant, but it's not really going to be much of a help.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
I really don't know where those red tanks are going. No, I think there might be a bit of lag, actually, and he's just catching up. So he's not able to command them to go and destroy.
Unit ready. Building.
So yeah, I'm just building those power plants just in case he does get attacked by green. That's the big thing. If green went on the attack and I was able to keep their base there. I know it's like wishful thinking, because there's not really any ore around that position anymore. So, but I'll keep on fighting till the end, even if there's just a slim chance of like 1,000,000 to 1, because there was 1,000,000 to 1 chance that red and green almost take each other out. So there's only like 1 building left, because you can see those green tanks looks like they're on the right side of the map and going for the attack on red. Of course, I can't see anything at the moment because I've lost all my my tech center, which had satellite, so I can't see what's going on there. And the rest of the game went very slowly, so I'm going to just wind it on a little bit, because what happened, as you'd suspect, is I slowly lost buildings. So this is a bit further on, and you can see I did lose everything. It was just very slow. Lost a little bit of time to various things, various tanks. But yeah, the big thing about this game is I think what I needed to do is, when I got gems at the start, I needed to use that advantage to build an early big army and go on the attack early. And if I'd taken attacks on the bottom teams, I would have been in a much better position to fight the top. So I think that was my big mistake. I camped a bit too much. I went for multi-MCVs, and I paid the price because I was in the middle of the map. I was like a prime target to get attacked. So I just need, use those gems early on, get those early kills in, get a bit more map control, and then when the gems ran out, if I had more map control, I would have been able to keep a good economy going. I might have not won it anyway, because, the other players were quite good in this game, but that's how it sometimes goes. Anyway, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.